Go ahead.
Hi everyone, welcome to CamilleAppleChai. I'm your host Camille, and this is my guest tonight, my little sister SwayLo, my baby sis.
Welcome to the show, y'all. Hey guys, welcome back to CamilleAppleChai. I am your actual host, Camille Talicia. This is a show about business, life, and everything else in between. And as you saw, or if you're listening to the podcast, heard, we have a special guest with us today, my baby sister. Are we just calling you Sway, or can we use your real name as well?
As well.
As well.
My real name as well.
Her actual name is Serena, and this is my little sister. She's not a baby, but
I'm a grown woman.
That she is. And this episode is probably going to be super ridiculous because all I do is laugh around her most of the time. So
I'm very funny.
be a lot of editing or just a lot of real life.
This is unedited, unscripted.
Oh my God. Okay, guys, so today we are actually going to be talking about relationships and community. And so it's perfect that my sister is joining us today as we close out November, which was all about gratitude. And today we're talking about gratitude for our relationships and for our community. And relationships can be business relationships, familial relationships, friendships, romantic relationships, parental relationships, just anybody that you are in relation with at the end of the day, basically. So that is what we're going to be talking about, and we're not going to do the intro again since that was more of the proper intro. We're just going to get right into it. So I'm going to allow my sister to introduce herself, tell us a little bit about what she does, who she is. Yeah, that's enough. We'll get into the rest of it after that. Take it away, Sway.
All right, well, as she said before, my name is Serena, but I go by Sway or SwayLo for my photography business, which I am currently starting slowly, but I have a lot of hopes and dreams for it, and I think that I'm going to do well. It's slow. I just have to get out there more and,
Oh no.
Well,
Oh, damn it. That's going to be on the screen.
Okay. Right? Smiley face.
Okay, so pick it up from. You got a lot of hopes and dreams for it. And look at the camera.
I was looking at the camera.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to get myself more out there, with my social media presence and actually going to different events and kind of like networking. That's really where the problem lies because of my personality. I'm like really closed off, but I gotta be more outgoing and more sociable if I want to succeed. So
She's starting today by doing the show with me.
yeah, I was asked to do this interview.
It's not an interview.
team-
You're
She contacted my team, and they were really open to it, and I was open to it as well. So
My people called her people, and we got it together.
exactly.
And also, we did not intentionally match when we left the house today. We, that's all I'll say about that. This was not on purpose. Nor was the hair. All right. For those of you not watching, listening to the podcast, we both have on light blue denim shirts, and we both have our hair in twists, in top buns. So we are very much on some twinning stuff today. So that's just a little disclaimer for those of you listening. Okay, so thank you, Sway, Serena. I'm going to interchange the names because I call her a bunch of things, for joining us today. Mm-hmm. And before we get into our topic of discussion, we must do our chai of the day. And if you notice, we are in another random spot, which is actually within the co-working office that I work out of, and we're just in another space. And so what that means is that I don't have my usual box of chai from a different company. I'm doing Starbucks again. But this one is a special one because it's not just a chai latte. It is a, what would you call it? Chai apple spice latte?
Yeah.
If you really want to go piss off a Starbucks barista, like I did today, or just confuse them a little bit, tell them that you would like a chai latte with almond milk and apple juice and espresso. And that is what you'll get with this. But you know what? Surprisingly, it's really good. It's like a spicy apple cider with coffee and a latte. And it's actually really tasty. I just want you to know, especially when it's hot. Get it hot. I don't know about cold. But that is what we're drinking today. There's not going to be a link for that in the kit. There's no mug for this, but I will put the recipe in the show notes. And if you want to give credit to CamilleAppleChai for your special apple chai spice latte combo, please let me know. Tag me. Give me show me the, nope. Okay.
Give me a shout out.
Let me know. Tag me in the photo on Instagram. Give me the hashtag CamilleAppleChai, Apple Chai, or whatever you want to call it. I would love to find out what you think about the recipe. And are you drinking anything special today, Sway? Are you?
I am drinking a nice, crisp glass of water because I finished my coffee already.
That is the joys of impromptu interviews. And this is gonna be fun. And I did actually want to let you guys know I didn't forget about you last week. I had a full episode with an interview with a friend of mine who has a business. He's based in New Jersey. We did the full interview, recorded everything, and then when I went to go edit the video, none of my audio was on the clip, on the track, whatever you want to call it. And so I have to redo that interview. And therefore, I just went ahead and took the week of Thanksgiving off. But never fear, there will be a replacement, and we will be rescheduling that interview to do it again because it was some really good stuff. We were talking about building a business. We were talking about building your business on a budget, and although my friend got off track a few times, we still had a really good conversation, so I really would like to redo that again. So be on the lookout for that. I don't know that there will be a theme for December, so maybe that one will just be thrown in there as a bonus fun, this is what we're talking about episode. Okay, so housekeeping is done. Chai of the day is done. If you're interested in checking out the previous chais from other episodes or any of the mugs that we've had, you can go to my kit on kit.com, which is kit.com/Camille/Camille-over-chai. One of these days I'm going to go ahead and make a bit.ly so that's easier for you to get to, but today is not that day, so you still have the long ass link. You're welcome. Thank you. All right. Let's get into it. So I think this is really fun to have my sister here to talk about relationships today. And it's just like relationships, building business, relationships in life. Like, how do you benefit from your community? How do you tap into your community to enhance your life, to enrich your life, to... I cannot stand her. And to help you while you are building a business. So tell us a little bit more about your business exactly and when you started and what you've been doing thus far in getting your name out there. Let's start with that.
Well, I've been taking pictures for like a long time, like since I had like my first digital camera, I think like in high school, but I didn't really start like taking it seriously until I bought the camera I have now, which was like maybe like 7 months ago. And then that's when I really was like, I'm gonna do this. So I go out taking pictures, and then I'm like, I'm gonna make an Instagram, I'm gonna post little pictures I take. And then I'm like, you know what? I want to be a great photographer. Like, I want to be like a legitimate photographer. I want to make this a business. I want to make this like my lifestyle. I want to be like famous. I want to be world renowned.
She want to be lit.
Exactly. And so, then like I had my friend, she made me a logo, and like that's really when like it got real. Like I'm putting like my logo on stuff. I'm like advertising, and like Instagram really kind of obviously got me my first client, what do you say? Because like the first time I was contacted was in my DMs, you know, somebody slid up in my DMs and was like, I really like the picture. And, you know, that was that. You know, I got actually paid to be a photographer, and I was like, I could get used to this. Like, who doesn't want to do something they love and get paid for it, you know?
Facts.
That's really where that started. So now I'm, like, really just mostly trying to expand my social media. I'm trying to, like, network more. You know, do things like this, I guess. And, like, it doesn't help that I'm surrounded by... It doesn't help. It does.
Like, what?
It does help that I'm surrounded by, like, creative people in my life, like, closely. Like, my best friends are, like, creatives. My sister is a creative.
And an entrepreneur.
An entrepreneur is, like, owning their own businesses.
Yes.
Hashtag.
So, let's... My bad. Tell me your hashtag, boo. What's your hashtag?
Hashtag Black businesses.
Hashtag Black excellence as well. Both of those as well. Anyways. Don't mind us, y'all. Told you there's going to be some foolali. No, okay. What I liked that you said is that your friend made your logo, because I think that's a perfect example of how our friends in our community actually can help us, especially when we're starting out. Because I think, I'm trying to think who, well, I taught myself to do some of my little stuff, but I'm trying to think about the first.
Well, I have another example of it.
Okay. All right, give us.
I also, that same friend who made my logo, who owns her own business, her own art studio, I actually took pictures of her for a magazine, and I got credit for that.
So
and
you
I
were
thought that was like, you know,
photographer.
That really made me feel good. It was like we're both kind of like trying to build together, and I really appreciated that she asked me to do it, and that I got credit for it. And, you know, it was just like, it was like one of like those highlights in your life.
Well,
we only making the highlights. You know?
Okay, all right. Well, you know, so it really made you like a professional.
Yeah, it made me feel like
your first thing.
I'm a professional photographer.
Yeah. Okay, sis. Okay, sis. Okay, so when my sister was talking about her friend basically allowing her to get her first sort of like professional credit as a photographer, it made me think of, well, no, it didn't make me think of, I was trying to remember, and I was like, I know I have been supported by my friends and my business, and I could not, like, I was drawing a complete blank. But I actually, speaking of photos, I remember when I was first launching my coaching business, when I lived when I lived in LA back in, a few years back now. Anyways, I needed some professional photos, and I called on my friend who was she's not even really a photographer, but she had nice photos. She does film and documentaries, but you know, she had the nice camera, and she was playing around with getting her photography skills together. And so she took my first set of headshots and professional photos that I used for a long time. The only reason I probably still don't use them now is because I'm doing, you know, the pink hair coach and all of that, and so I did not have pink hair back in the day. So they're not quite on brand at the moment, but they are definitely nice enough photos that I would use them again. And then when I moved to Atlanta and I first kind of started doing the hair coloring, I actually asked my cousin, who was building her photography portfolio at the time, and now she's doing like art shows and whatnot here in Atlanta, and she did the headshots for me then. And actually, she let Serena shadow her that day while you were sort of like you were like assisting and shadowing and kind of just seeing how she was doing things. You don't remember that? You don't remember it that way?
I don't remember it exactly that way. I remember being in some of the photographs.
Yeah, but weren't you also like assisting with the shoot? I feel like you were okay. You know what? People have been trying to give folks credit or try to, you know, like I feel like she was assisting, but anyways.
That day was a blur.
Yeah. Okay, so what made you decide to take photography from being just a hobby into a business? And do you feel like having entrepreneurial people in your midst played a role in, that choice?
I don't really think it was like that hard of like a choice for me. It was just like something that it came naturally because I just didn't know what I wanted to do in life, and I was like, I take really good pictures. Like, why don't I do this?
Confidence is always key, y'all.
And so it was, and also, I mean, obviously, you doing what you want to do obviously helped me make that decision as well, because I was like, if she can do it, I can do it. And not to say that like she can't I didn't mean to say it like
what
that. I just
is the
meant
implication?
I just meant like, I can do this. Like, I should have faith in myself and my skills.
Yes.
And go out here and like really do it and make it happen.
Yes.
And that's really what it is. That's what I meant by that.
Okay. The shade. This is what happens. This is why you don't bring family on your shit, right? She could do it. Oh, I could definitely. I could definitely.
Like, she can do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's no problem. That's no problem. How many of your friends are entrepreneurial? Because I know there's Kaylin. And who else?
No, there's.
I don't want to speak no other names. I don't know all the names of her folks.
Well, my other best friend,
Mm-hmm.
Surwa, she actually started a business, like a natural food business with her friend, and she started that
I didn't
because
know
she
that.
grows her own food. Like, she has her own garden up at the
Aw.
farm, and she like grows her own food. So it's like basically, and she's a nutritionist. She's going to school for that. So it's like she's kind of like trying to start this business of like healthy eating and living, and so yeah, she's doing that as well. But she's also in school right now, so it's like not her like number one focus right now, but I'm sure when she graduates she will pursue it more. And
do you think it helps that to have friends who are building a business or or even entrepreneurial minded? Because I know I have, it's almost like I've created a new circle of friends who are like super entrepreneurial, but then I have some of my older friends who are now kind of like, oh, you know what, I can do XYZ and I want to try this, and like I've always thought about doing da maybe I should look into it. And so I see like other people popping up with endeavors as well, and I love it because it gives us more to talk about.
Yeah.
And I think it gives a new level of depth to our friendships. What do you think?
I mean, I don't really have that many friends.
Okay. I feel like you kind of whispered that. Could you say that louder into the mic?
But I mean, like, the friends that I do have, the close people that I'm surrounded with, they all basically are trying to do their own thing, except for one of my friends, but that was like her passion from birth to be a teacher. So like that's not something I really need to be an entrepreneur. And I can't even like focus on it. First of all, they make like hard eye contact.
I'm like, how much of this noise is picking up? Did they just break the door?
Listen,
I just got loud.
Yeah. But yeah, it's nice to like have those conversations with people close to you, and it's like you all kind of like share that understanding. Like, we're trying to make it on our own stuff, and not like the man won't keep us down. It's not like in the corporate world type. We don't want to work for anybody but ourselves, basically. I'm trying to sign my own checks.
Yes.
Type situation.
Yes.
So
Hashtag Black Excellence.
we're trying to build for all of us,
It's like leaving a legacy, I
Exactly.
mean, I don't know that I'm necessarily going to have any children to leave a legacy to, but I definitely have, William, our brother. That's our little brother. That there can be a legacy left for him, for sure. And when she gives me my twin niece and nephews, there will be a legacy for them. Also,
Nephews.
Niece and nephew.
Oh, so now
They're gonna be twins. Or you want 2 girls?
Anyway. Stay on subject.
Okay. Anyways, yeah. So actually, this is a random aside, considering that we're sisters, and it's something we can talk about. How do you think that we got the entrepreneurial bug, given that both of our parents were, well, mom was a corporate woman for the most part, and dad is, he works for the state, but he has been with them, I'm 31, so 32 years? Yeah. So how do you think we got that bug?
I don't know. I feel like maybe it's just because they were. And we see that, like, that's not what we want for ourselves. Maybe that's why. And we also grew up differently than them. They weren't, like, influenced by their parents. Like, oh, you know what? You should start your own business. I mean, like, they had you young, so it wasn't like they could really...
All right, don't be telling the family business now. I'm just, I'm just kidding.
You really want me to go into detail?
All right. All right. Some conversations should be left with the family.
Anyways.
No, you know what? You have a point. That could be a possibility. The other thing I was thinking is that maybe it skipped a generation with them, because I think I remember mom saying, well, first of all, her father used to do all, like, he only worked for himself, whether it was driving a New York City taxi cab, which he drove from Bronx, New York to Atlanta, Georgia for our high school graduation. That was a fun story for another day. But didn't he also have like a hat shop, or was that his mom? Was that his mom?
A hat shop?
I don't know, but I think he always had like his own like hustle, side hustle, or just overall hustle.
Like, he was also like a musician, right?
Oh yeah. Okay, so anyways, that's a little family history. I don't know. I do think it's interesting though, and I'm like, is it a generational thing? Just where our generation now is more into doing for self versus before the previous generation, which was more like find the stability, get the job, get the retirement package, all that stuff. So it's interesting.
I think that's exactly what it is.
Perhaps. Okay, so last thing before we shut it down, because I wanted to keep this one a little bit briefer today. You mentioned that you are not good at making... No, I'm sorry. You said that you don't have many friends. So, one of the things that I definitely believe is important in building a business is creating relationships, especially business relationships, So, how do you? When is the last time you have created a new relationship? Whether it was just a new friend or a business relationship or whatever. Like, what do you do? Or do you?
The last time I created a new relationship was probably like my coworkers.
Oh, okay.
And like, but not at like my current job. My last job, that I actually made like some legitimate friends. Not business though. It was just like personal friendships. But I haven't really made any like business relationships.
Is that by choice?
I'm just like a little wary of people in general, but also I'm not very like sociable. And that's really my problem. It's like I don't really
Okay.
But I have to like get out there and like expand if I want to actually do better and like be better. But I think that's my problem. I'm just like really like,
you're too closed off. Well, what are you afraid of when it comes to meeting new people?
I'm not like afraid of anything. It's just like not everybody like has like the best intentions, and I don't really like opening up myself to people like that. So, and like in business, it's not like I got to be vulnerable about my art, about like
So you sensitive
craft.
about your shit.
Exactly.
Ah, okay.
I'm sensitive about my shit, but I'm also sensitive just period.
I mean,
Period.
I think most people are sensitive, period, which is a really good point of connection,
Yeah.
honestly, if you allow it to be. So, let's see, sister. What can we do to help you make some new relationships?
I think that we should have a big party for me.
Okay.
A huge party just in my honor.
But you're not gonna talk to nobody. Okay, so say we
Everyone
throw this
comes
party.
advertising that I'm gonna be there, that it's my
you're
party,
gonna be there,
and that people are gonna come out specifically to speak to me, and that's how it's just gonna happen. It's gonna have to go like that. So
let's
be on the lookout for those.
Let's get a little more realistic. Party in honor, unless it's your birthday or your wedding. Okay. Okay, so I think, sister of mine, that it's time for you to let go of that I'm shy and don't want to be vulnerable shit.
I'm shy? That's
Well,
just who I am.
How did you say? Yeah, I mean, but you're not. Okay.
I'm shy around people that I don't know. I'm not shy around people who do know me.
Well, everybody's shy around people they don't know.
That's not true. Some people are very outgoing.
They're putting on a front. Everybody is shy. Some people just choose to overcome the shyness by being super magnanimous with their personalities, and other people choose to be wallflowers and quiet.
Wallflowers. I think another thing is that just like sometimes, most of the times, I just really don't like people.
So, are you here to talk about your business? Are we even going to share your business name after this?
I'm kidding. Or am I? Okay.
Yes, Lord. This was a
my
great idea
God.
to have my sister on the show today, wasn't it? It was a great. I can't even like give her actual coaching because it's so like.
How?
I don't know. It's like you're my sister. And I don't even usually do coaching like that. I usually give tips in general for an issue, and it's like right now. The only tip I want to tell you is you got to get over that shit, man. Like, if you're trying to build your business for real, especially the nature of your business, photography, and and so also that's one thing I did want to get clarity on. Are you a like a portrait photographer? Are you like artistic, fashion? What do you want to do? Promotional.
I don't want to do any like commercial like that fake shit, like but like at first when I first started taking pictures, it was like of like scenery of like the street, and then like I started taking pictures of people, and I was like, I really like taking pictures of people as well, but then I also still like taking pictures of just like art. It's like anything that I see that speaks to you. That speaks to me, basically, that I take pictures of. And it's not like, I don't want to be like, well, I'm a such and such photographer, I'm a this photographer. It's like, I'm just a photographer. I'm an artist. So, do you want to do, like, a photo book? Like, what are your visions? I actually would like to do, like, I want to, like, make a whole portfolio. Like, my first portfolio of, like, maybe, like, my first year of photography kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And just kind of, like, have that to like see how I progress, because even now I feel like my photography has progressed since I first got my camera.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can tell from like looking at my pictures and like my editing, it's like I've gotten better because I'm like learning. I'm still learning stuff, so it's not like I'm like I know everything about photography. Like you can quiz me right now about all this stuff, but it's like
I guess my thing is like, where do you want to see your work?
Like see it, like I wanna.
Do you want to see it in magazines? Do you want to see it as a coffee table book? Do you want to see it on the Instagram?
I want to see it everywhere. I want to just see it in one place. I want it to be everywhere. I want to be well known. I want people to reach out to me like, hey, could you take some pictures of me or whatever? Like,
So here is my diagnosis. No, I'm just kidding. Here's what I'm thinking. I think for your business, you get to decide on a niche or two so that you can create actual like marketing and services and a website and all that around these particular types of photos. And then the other side, maybe like the hobby stuff, a passion project that you build out. Because the reason why I'm saying that is because when you, it's time for you to start networking. It's time for you to get out there, get in these streets, let people actually know who SwayLo Photos is. And in order to do that, they need to know what you do and what they can expect from you. And so I think a lot of the, I don't even know what the correct name is for the type of pictures, but the ones you take of people that are like artistic-y, not like a business headshot, but the ones where they're in a field or whatever, and or on the street, wherever she's, you know, in front of the trap house. You know, like I really like those, and I think that those are the ones that people have been responding to a lot anyways. And so maybe you start marketing SwayLo Photos as that type of photography first, and then you build like your beautiful scenery, these things that touch my heart photo book on the side as SwayLo the photographer. The photographer.
SwayLo.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It'll be a lot easier for you to talk about yourself and what you do, and for people who want to work with you if they feel like they're clear. But first, you got to get clear. So yeah. And then the second thing is that you get to do networking events for real. And you can start with the networking event that I'm throwing in January, on January 11th, called Network and Chill ATL. Tickets are on sale now. networkandchillatl.com.
Silence.
That was the PSA. Okay, so this was fun. I feel like it took a different direction than what I even thought we were going to talk about, but that is the beauty of going with the flow in life. So I want to thank you, my sister, for hopping on my show today. Please tell the people how and where they can find you on the interwebs.
On my photography Instagram is at SwayLo Photos, SwayLo and my personal Instagram is SwayLo7.
Oh,
spelled the same way.
Oh, you want to be on?
I mean,
Oh.
you still gotta,
Okay,
you gotta know
she
who I
want the
am
folks
to know
to
my
know.
art, you know.
Excuse me. Okay. Website coming soon, or where we at on that?
Yeah, I do want to create a website pretty soon. I was actually thinking about it this week. I've been thinking about it.
So it'll probably be SwayLoPhotos.com. So go ahead and just bookmark that because something's gonna be up there soon, so y'all can mess with her. I'm sorry. I was gonna curse and be a little crass. Something will be up there soon so that y'all can get in touch with her, see what she's doing, see what she's working on, what she got coming up, and so y'all can pay her some money if you want to. Anything else you want to share with the people? Do you have any specials going on right now with photography that you want to let folks know about?
I'm doing $35 an hour. Right
For
now.
what kind of for what?
For an hour shoot for
On location?
on location, one location.
Easy boss.
One location, 7 edits.
How many
Yeah.
outfit changes?
3 outfit changes.
3 in an hour?
I can do it.
It's lit. Okay. How many pictures do they get with that? Or is that just for your time?
What? The money?
The 30. Do they get all of the shots?
Yeah, you get all the shots and then I'll edit 7 for you.
Included. Wow, that's a good ass deal. If y'all need some photos, you better holler at your girl. This girl, not me. I'll get you some iPhone flicks real quick. Okay. And as always, guys, I am Camille Talicia, and you can find me and everything that you need to know about me on my website, CamilleTalicia.com. And as I mentioned, I am hosting a networking event on January 11th here in Atlanta called Network and Chill, ATL. And essentially, the intention behind that is to just change the way that we network so that it's more meaningful, and to help facilitate conversations instead of it being like this awkward mill about talk to people you know, or stand in the wall and be a wallflower, or just pass out your business cards like a weirdo rando. I hate that shit. So this is more about, it's supposed to be like, you know, like a chill set, a kickback, hanging out with your friends, drinking some drinks, listening to some good music, talking to each other, answering questions, or playing games that are like question based to get to know people. Because even if it's a business relationship, or if it's a friend relationship, or maybe you trying to find you a new boo or something, like you want to get to know people. And so it's just about making it easier and more fun to actually get to know people in a networking setting. And if you want to exchange business cards, there's always the opportunity for that as well. That will be a part of it. But it's more about creating actual relationships and having actual conversations that are not awkward and ridiculous when you're networking. So that is Network and Chill, ATL, at networkandchillatl.com. On Instagram, it is Network Chill ATL, and we're also on Facebook as Network and Chill. So yeah, all of that. And then, you know me, Camille Talicia, all that jazz. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Be on the lookout for upcoming episodes. I'm going to try to get a couple bonus things from some videos and stuff that I've done recently, and probably put them on the podcast and maybe make them available on the YouTube as well. And if you are watching this or listening to this, please like, share, comment, review, give us some engagement and interaction so I know what you like, what you don't like, what you think, what your thoughts are, so I can make it better and make it more what you are interested in. Because I haven't talked a lot about life. This was my most lifeiest episode yet, because I had my actual real life sister. Because in the past, most of it's been very, very super business oriented, but I do want to start incorporating that. So let's do it. Let's make it happen. And thanks again. Thank you so much, SwayLo, my sister, for joining me with her very shy self. I'm actually very surprised that she did this. So y'all, please give her a big round of applause via the interwebs. And I will see you guys next time for another episode of CamilleAppleChai. Bye-bye. You're not going to say bye?
Oh, bye.
Bye, guys.